All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for The Legend of Vox Machina, Season 3, Episode 10.
Yeah, fix him.
Yeah.
Raishan is a betrayer because of course she is. She's a dirty scheming schemer.
Right.
But Vox Machina, you're not looking too good.
No.
Can you really fight a dragon right now? And can you really find a dragon right now? Because
we got a sword.
Yeah,
we can find her.
Yeah. So
and
now we
get
just need
there
a
in
Scanlan
time.
to use the sword.
Yeah. There's that. But that's gonna be fun. Let's try and figure this out. Let's figure this out. Just move quickly, and everyone's gonna be okay.
Yes.
Everyone's gonna be okay. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Well, bye. There's a lot of spell components in there.
She laid a trap for us and we walked right into it.
Oh, we didn't know.
I knew. Every time I brought it up, every time I raised my voice, I was questioned, doubted, dismissed.
Keyleth, please.
Don't come after me.
Keyleth!
Whoa, she's going to go fight her.
Okay, great points, but also, you did kill Thordak, so like...
Oh.
Keyleth was right, you know. We deluded ourselves.
You want to go after Ripley?
I thought avenging Mother would feel better. Because I know there's one more wrong to right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you.
I like this.
Damn, everyone's splitting up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're falling apart.
Hey, Scanlan!
Ah!
You lazy ass, I got booze! And naked ladies have on their booze! That always works.
Oh.
He doesn't want to wake up?
Oh. If he sings or if she sings the song.
I gotta find a Lauren.
Oh,
Move until I get back.
nice.
He won't move exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Sorry, it's Pike. Hello, you know me, sorta. Listen, which room is Kaylee in? Why would I be able to do fuck all? Because he cares about you. Like, he genuinely cares. I've never seen
Yeah.
this about anyone. Yeah? Then how come he never came to see me? He did. Tried, anyway. Kaylee, he risked everything to find you. Are the two of you...
No.
No. God, no. Well, I mean, okay, fine. I did, try to... We don't need to talk.
Well, what, you nerded? What?
Hey, Kiki. So what's the plan?
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. I had a rough week.
Yeah.
Really rough week.
Stumbles are a part of growth. Like Mom's garden. When she left, I overwatered, underwatered, wilted the whole thing. But I never tore it out.
Except I won't get another chance.
No, that's the thing, Keith. You're gonna get so many chances.
Yeah.
There is an ancient ritual. It can locate someone over vast distances.
Ooh.
Exactly what I need. How do I use it?
Cool.
Then you better call a meeting.
All right.
Ooh, Stillben.
Hey.
Okay.
I am Keyleth, daughter of...
Why are you not on your Aramente?
I assure you, we wouldn't have called you here if it wasn't urgent. Which is why I ask you to entrust me with the Earth Ashari seeing ritual.
Absolutely not. You're not ready.
You have no idea what Raishan is capable of.
The Ashari have dealt with this same dragon before. Our elders afflicted her with a corruption that will eventually be her end.
Yeah. Nice.
There are a great many things you do not know, Keyleth.
Dang.
Barely through half
That's
your
cool.
trial.
I can handle it.
Can you? Your mother said the same, and she was never heard from again.
Wait.
Oh.
That's interesting. Fun. That's
Okay.
setting up other stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Idiots! You attracted
Hey.
Hey. Hi.
Yeah.
Pepper box.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Nice.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. They're doing a lot to set up future things. Just to casual background conversations too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You chose the wrong door, lad.
Just came to ask where you got that pepper box.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I just thieves canted him, and you know.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Clasp.
Yeah. It's fun bringing back the clasp.
Yeah.
You know, she can be a bit. Don't worry about it. I got a sister too. Fucking love her.
Awesome. Khajiit loves
Cool.
coin. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll always be with me, and one day you'll be ready for your own journey. You only have to listen.
Yeah, about that.
His ship's been making its way up and down the Lycidian coast, delivering these weapons.
Okay.
Flag, there's no marks. You're on your own now. I don't mess with these fuckers.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's no friends among thieves.
Respect.
All right.
This council is adjourned.
Not yet. Our business
Objection.
is complete.
Yeah.
I've been told this fight isn't worth the risk. Warn to be cautious.
Yeah, because you have connections to quite a few of them.
Your mother knew the...
I am not my mother. My path is my own.
If you thought I was all talk.
Yes, the Ashari have a duty to our people, but we also have a duty to Exandria. Like it or not, we are part of this world, and I'm ready to fight for it. You can deny me, Headmaster Uvinda, but I will not leave this arena unless I hear the same from each council member.
Yeah, is there a vote?
Yep.
Here.
We are Ashari, but Keyleth is right. We are also Exandrian. It's time we started acting like it,
You won't be able to perform the ritual for her.
which is why I will teach the girl.
Okay.
Fun. I like that they also brought up that they couldn't actually just do it for her.
Right. And no basic, shape change. Polymorph kind of look like them.
Still nothing. We should just go down there and force someone to talk.
Stabby, I know you want to, but we can't lose our heads.
To draw energy from the ground, become one with the soil. With this place, a nexus of intersecting arcane ley lines.
Oh.
Access those same abilities.
Well, that's scary.
Wait, these were people?
Yeah.
Remember what you possess as an Ashari. The force of the wind blowing your hair. The power of the rock under your...
Stay grounded in what you actually are, not being the earth.
Right.
Like a mighty elm sprouting from a single seed, you must anchor your power and allow it to grow.
Oh. This is
Okay.
a cool way to also explain how everybody's just going to get stronger.
Maybe even the feeble mind.
Well, in a lot of ways,
Not missing her.
they've already tied the Ashari to Raishan's potential demise with the disease thing,
Yeah.
which is really interesting.
You're not as good at sneaking as your brother.
Still, you know,
Still good, though.
still good though. You know, she has Pass Without a Trace, you know. Timing it exactly right. Wow.
Wow.
They're playing the Ukatoa board game. That's
Yeah.
so funny. Oh my god.
I sense something bitter.
Ooh, Cerebro. Let's go.
All right.
Headmaster, it's too much. I can't stay connected.
Hold focus, Keyleth.
Oh wow, like.
Why can't I
Okay.
do this?
Sorry, hon. Anchors away.
Ah!
Boss told me to do the honors.
Let the sea care. Where's your hook, Nikolai?
Well, can't fault me for trying.
Jeez. Boom. Oh.
The hell were you thinking? You almost ruined us.
I'm sorry.
This only works if you're with me too.
I know.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love what they're doing here.
Uh-huh. Damn.
Kenmore!
Vax is so lethal.
Yeah.
Ah! Rip!
The bird noises as they die.
Yeah. Come on. Ah! Oh!
Alright.
Right in its skull. Oh, you can fly.
You can fly, and the vines are sprouted from your arrows. You can sink that ship.
Holding you back. Now try again.
Maybe it's just harder for him to hold her like for a long period of time while flying, you know?
Nah, he's fine. It would
He
take
dumps strength, Jacob.
No, I know, but it would take him 5 seconds. Oh, shit.
Won't fail.
Whoa.
Okay.
I can already see how they're setting this up as being like an ability that she'll use in future stuff. Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Oh, she's seeing a whole
This
lot.
is trippy. Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Is that right, Sean?
It's Ripley. Oh, nice.
Cool way to transition too.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome aboard.
Hey.
At your service.
Yeah.
This encounter ain't looking too good.
Right. End of the episode. Yeah. Nice.
See,
This is what happens when you split the party.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
We've got the party split up.
Yep.
We won, but at what cost?
Right.
Everyone's now on their own paths here. Keyleth is very upset.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have
Yeah.
completely proven her right here in that, yeah, Raishan was a dragon, a trickster dragon, completely just using you all to get Raishan's body.
Right.
And, yeah, Scanlan's down. We don't know how to get him back. We
Nope.
can't use the sword, I guess, because I guess that's
That's his
Scanlan's thing.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. We're gonna do some crazy ritual thing here, you know.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, it's something where
We're trying to reset the tension back down a little bit so that we can build it back up.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the things that I really liked from this episode, everything with Vex and Vax.
Yeah.
Other than maybe the baiting us like the ship was going to get away. No, of course it's not going to get away. We know that
Yeah.
they can fly.
Right.
What does that matter? He can fly. You know. Right.
It's amazing how as a DM you'll just be like, my villain gets away.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, they
Like-
don't.
Which I also just love because they're, oh man, I've seen so many shows where it's like and then they get away. It's like they can chase.
Yeah, this is the Flash. They have super speed.
Right, right.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that doesn't work that way. But I love the idea of getting to see the two of them together and like the sibling dynamic.
Using their class backgrounds.
Using their class backgrounds, you know, like leaning on the fact that they are siblings, and so when everything falls apart, the two of them stick together. It's something where we get that when the group is as a cohesive unit, but it's easy to forget how much they've been through together, and so to have that reminder as we see them actively going through that, I love it. Awesome. And then we can actually get stealth missions because
Right.
they're the only two who really can in the group. So, you know.
Yeah, that's not entirely true though. You could put anybody in a stealth mission with how much spells and stuff
That's
these people
true.
have at this point.
Yeah, especially like Keyless, you could just like turn
Right.
into like a
This
little
is
thing.
this is more of an example of the emotional sundering of the group because just a little thing here. This is we're completely in new territory with regards to the actual adaptation here.
Yep.
This is all entirely original stuff.
And it does show in some
It really
places,
does show
like,
in some places.
Yeah.
It's a bit unfortunate because this is what I would call a typical fantasy episode here, where we have a power that has, you know, a logical enough reason to exist in this world of high fantasy. But basically the character went off to go to a place and was like, hey, I don't know, like, what I'm supposed to do here, but then there's conveniently a spell, a ritual, a thing that will work, and we know it's going to work. We know it has to work, and then they spend a lot of time on the scaffolding just so that we have a writing mechanic so that can get them to have this thing.
And then to build it up to make it seem worth it when it feels like okay, if Keyleth had been like, okay, we need to find her. I want to get Raishan.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. I'll bet my people do. And then goes there. Then it feels that like that's one way to just take that maybe convenient angle and sort of remove it, right? Where it's the okay, and this is because she's going off and doing her own thing.
Because she knows stuff about their people. But instead it's the dad being like, no, there is actually a way.
Right.
But I would never want you to do it.
Yeah, like
so then why did you mention it?
Like the idea of people being turned into stone and everything as like they get dragged into the earth too much. Okay, like that's cool as a vibe, right? But I don't actually feel any stakes here.
None.
We've had the stakes.
Yep.
And so the fact that we're bringing this up, and not just that there's stakes with it, but the fact that we're actually spending a decent amount of time on it, then it becomes something different. Yeah. And I like what they're leaning into with it, of it's the, hey, this is Keyleth digging deep and basically showing how far she's come.
Right.
You know, she started the series being super insecure and all that stuff.
The
and
development's
powers.
fun. It's
so
just
that's great.
It's just the world building and the scaffolding of the means by which we got here.
Right, and then even some of the things of like Keyleth going away, I understand her being pissed and being like that, yeah, no, I was right, we shouldn't have trusted Raishan, but there's that part of me that's like, no. This might be splitting hairs, but it's not that everyone was saying we shouldn't trust Raishan, it's we know that she will help us kill Thordak. Yes, she's still evil, and this doesn't mean that she's like, she's still the dragon that helped sack him on. But we need her right now. Not the once she gives us what she wants, she won't try and do something completely, in her own best interest.
That was the point, though, that they were combating her against, though, was that we're going to honor our deal with her, and then we'll be like, yeah. Which, again, then brings up the moral question of, so then you're what, just going to kill her afterwards?
Right, which...
You guys can't do that. You're the hero. So in some ways, you guys are forcing yourselves to give her the opportunity to betray
because,
you.
That's the other part that's kind of odd, is because in the original series, that literally, like, there's no trying to find Raishan. They just go and do battle with her literally right after the fight with Thordak. And it was a hilarious D&D moment because this is after they fought Thordak. They're all, like, basically dead, But, like... Yeah. It did kind of feel like
this also feels like that part in the campaign where there were a lot of D&D moments that happened here.
That don't necessarily translate.
That don't necessarily translate well. So they tried to adapt it into a TV show, and now it feels way more like a typical fantasy TV show than it feels like a D&D campaign, which is a trade-off that you'll probably have to make in general if you want to adapt more of these campaigns.
Sure.
Because a lot of them, and I mean a lot of them sorry, not a lot of the campaigns, but I mean there's a lot of D&D moments that just are hard probably to translate into it.
Exactly.
And hey, they'll get better at it over time, but this was just one of them where I felt it the most so far.
Things like being able to say, oh, I have a spell for that. That hasn't like come up before. That's great in D&D because you have a character sheet, and so it's satisfying because oh, you actually do have a thing. Whereas like in a show, that would feel arbitrary.
And also we haven't really been given, in my opinion, even though this is a D&D campaign and I know what the rules of attunement are and stuff like that, there's nothing in this world that says somebody else couldn't use Scanlan's sword. Yeah. There's nothing that's been established in the world building right now that says that couldn't
and
work.
we got that little bit of like, oh, we couldn't do the ritual for you because we haven't seen Raishan, or she hasn't seen Raishan, even though like we did the whole thing against Raishan. But yeah, they didn't do that for the sword. Yeah.
Right.
And by the time they did that, it was already kind of a ways into it where, They could have had Keyleth be like, well, they can do the ritual for me, and it's like, no, that.
Well, right. So they at least covered it. I like that they covered that. But yeah, this was just a little bit of an awkward episode with regards to plotting it out and writing it. But as far as where we're setting up things with Ripley, and then also just having a reason for the group to have to be forced back together here, because if Keyleth comes in with like, I know where she is, I know what she's doing, I can even find, Vax and Vex here and potentially save them here.
Oh, yeah.
That would be really fun as well, because you could mess with a little bit with timing of things.
Sure.
Where Keyleth is also potentially able to tap a little bit into the future here. One of the things that could be fun is to have her basically swoop in and basically be the reinforcements that they need against Ripley.
Sure.
Because she's not just connecting to them literally wherever they're at right now, because then how does she get to a boat, without her tree stride stuff? So
a thing that you could do, though, if you wanted to
a boat is a dead tree. If you think about it.
Speak with plants to talk to furniture. Right. With speak with dead. But one thing they could do, theoretically, since we're in off-campaign territory, for the whole Keyleth empowerment thing, is that she doesn't just find them. It's I found them and they need help. She digs deeper into the Nexus spot that she's in, and she just starts remote calling down lightning or something. Just they're like, oh no, we're in trouble, and then, voice of the Tempest, the storm forms overhead, and then it's like,
sick.
I
feel like they're saving a lot of Keyleth's in-campaign powers over the course of time.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much into spoiler territory here, but yeah, Keyleth is canonically and also in the D&D game sense the strongest potential character because of just how busted high-level druids get.
Right.
But then also just because the Vox Machina crew are not high-level casters. Like, they're just not.
Yeah,
and while
Pike and Scanlan.
And Scanlan are the other high-level casters, the things that they typically end up doing don't go for raw power. They are typically going for, like, clutch, specific moves that are really good. Like Scanlan being able to create the magnificent mansion.
Right,
Pike just being able to raise the dead, know? Those are all very powerful things. But when it comes to, like...
Who's the most, like... one-person force.
One-person army force who could probably actually, take Ripley solo and her boat and everybody with a single spell. Yeah, it would be... It would be a fire elemental Keyleth coming in like a meteor and just blowing everything up.
Hey, your ship's gone. You're drowning
Do
now.
you guys have flying speeds?
Do you want me to save you?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, she's literally the Avatar. Like,
right, exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, fun kind of way to rebuild the tension for later stuff. But yeah, in the moment here, the tension I feel is more with hey, everyone's split up.
Right.
Everyone is acting on their own a little bit. And also, we're not seeing the ways in which people can easily succeed without coming back together.
Yeah.
So that's setting up for some fun finale stuff here. But on the emotional side of things, Scanlan's not getting back up.
Yep.
Grog and Pike are doing everything they can.
Yeah,
but
what do we
bringing
do?
back the song with Kaylee is a really sweet way to do this because... Well, Scanlan is one of those characters where you can see the heart of this little man here, but you can also see the ways in which he's not reaching Kaylee.
No.
He's just not.
Nope.
And so the fact that Pike and, by extension, Grog doing what he can are trying to reach her by like translating for him is just really sweet that even though the group is shattered and sundered and stuff, they really do love and care about each other.
Yeah.
And in the moments where they really need somebody else to kind of cover for them here, they do that.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why anytime Grog and Pike are just doing their thing together, I get so excited because they're like each of them individually has so much heart. The two of them together, it's just like, all right, yes, let's go.
It's just a joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now we're going to talk spoilers here. There's not too much spoilers to get into
Not
here.
really.
But there are some very big things that we don't want you to...
Go away.
So get out, go away. All right, so...
Setting up the Bard's Lament. Hell yes.
I think they could be. Yeah, I think you're right. There's more of a chance
Kaylee
now.
there and all that.
Yeah, Kaylee could be a huge part of it. I don't think, though, you do that with the party split up, though.
Yeah, so it'll be something where maybe they all come back and they're like...
But yeah, the reason why I think you could have it now is not because of the Kaylee stuff. It's the idea that... but he's dead, basically, or he's out, or what have you, and people went and focused on their own shit. They all thought about themselves.
Sure.
And then they could end up getting into an angle with it there, but in a lot of ways, I think we're still setting up for a not Bard's Lament situation here. I think it's going to be a thing of where Scanlan coming back is the opportunity for him, with Kaylee being here, to have his heroic moment again, just like in season 2.
Well, so a couple things I'm going to bring up. One, Kaylee being brought to help try and save him is specifically one of the things that made the Bard's Lament happen. He's like, why the fuck would you, let my daughter see me like this?
I'm with you. Right? I'm with you. But we're in such different territory here.
But then on top of this, here's how I think it's going to go, right? So we have everyone focusing on their different things.
Yeah.
We deal with Ripley. As a result of that and dealing with Orthax, we're able to get Percy's soul back.
Right, we're able to get Percy back.
So Percy's back. Everyone's celebrating, right?
Yeah.
Then as soon as, Scanlan gets, that we might be able to save Scanlan, it's like, oh, fuck yeah, okay.
Right, there's all this Percy celebration, and it's like, oh, yeah, Scanlan, cool, whatever.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, of course, And so then that plays into basically the sort of callousness of it, where it's like they're not really caring about him, because the people that do care about Scanlan are with Scanlan right now.
Right.
All the other people that aren't there
don't really care about Scanlan.
And
that's kind of just, it makes sense for their characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, rather than having it be a typical Bard's Lament, though, what I think it's more going to be is no. Scanlan's going to just go with Kaylee. It's not going to be some, what's my mother's name, kind of, dramatic thing there, because there's no build-up for that. It's more going to be the, hey, I get it.
Sure.
We did the crazy big thing, but I need to focus on what's important to me. And it's not going to be you guys are all so bad. It's going to be, I know what's important. So it's not going to be the Bard's Lament. It's going to be the Bard's, family, heart rejoining.
Because if we're talking about D&D things that are hard to port over to a TV show, the thing that happens that leads into the Bard's Lament is very much a D&D thing.
It's a D&D thing.
We're going to put whipped cream on him and everything, and prank the shit out of him when he wakes up, because we kind of know that we're not actually worried about him being dead. We'll be able to do the resurrection thing, right? Mm-hmm. And so that for sure is going to be changed.
I will be very surprised if that happens.
Even if they do some mild pranking or whatever, it's not going to be to the same degree. And so because of that does make sense that it would change the way that the Bard's Lament happens.
So I still think we're 80-20 that it's not going to happen at all. Mm-hmm. But I think the 20% is more leaning towards that. Because I was 90-10 before this.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the Bard's Lament is happening. Just a how.
Okay. On the other side of things, I loved how on the nose, for anybody that's a Campaign 2 enjoyer, they were just throwing Campaign 2 references left and right this episode.
The Ukatoa's Call board game.
The Ukatoa board game.
Yeah. That was great.
Yeah.
Talking about Dark Toe.
Fantastic. Keyleth's mom being lost and going on her own thing there. And I'm like, well, okay. Just whatever that was that Keyleth was envisioning with the floating people here, that I want to just bring this up.
Oh yeah, it felt like she was seeing some Cerberus assembly, Ripley backstory stuff.
It looked like she was literally seeing some Ripley backstory a little bit here.
Yeah. Which could be maybe them trying to set up... Oh, also the volcano. Mom? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we have right after the wolf. Right, then you have the explosion with the floating wizards here. I'm like, all right, they really want us to be locked in with this Ripley setup here. So it felt like it was a doubled thing for some Ripley kind of emotional
that's a good point.
Climactic end here.
Given that we've gotten this perspective on Ripley in the show that we didn't get in the campaign, that it would kind of make sense to have some follow-up end cap or whatever with Ripley's ultimate demise.
Yeah.
That maybe then would help lead into like campaign 2 and, you know, stuff like that.
Campaign 2 specifically with the larger world.
Yeah, sure.
The other continent, you know,
Mm-hmm.
or at least one of the other continents. But then specifically with Keyleth being this character that's going to outlive everybody.
Yeah.
Now, while we know what's going on and that, you know, the campaigns don't advance that much time in world, really. Keyleth's whole thing of like, you know, worried that she's lost her chance or what have you. And then the moment of seeing her like having to, you know, bury all of them and, you know, previous stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just excited for the concept of death and the fear of death motivating Keyleth and a lot of the other characters here, especially with what goes on ultimately with Vax, what goes on with our very specific friend coming very soon from some of their
some shit that happened in Whitestone.
Yeah, exactly.
Which also, in the spoiler section, I can actually talk about it.
Oh, right,
Yay,
right.
thank you. As far as original things to add into this, having a moment where Vex and Vax basically go off together to help reinforce their bond before Vax gets taken away.
Right.
Like, yes.
And also another thing, just to put this out there, we can't have this story go on without Percy. So Percy's coming back.
Right.
Which means that if we are forcing a Ripley confrontation, we're getting an Orthax confrontation.
Exactly.
If we have an Orthax confrontation, that means we're getting a Matron of Ravens confrontation. Because the only way that makes any sense at this point to have any kind of, let's get
let's bring him
Percy back. Well, we have to talk to the one person here who has a nice relationship with death, Vax.
Right.
And Vax is canonically set up to have a deal that he makes eventually.
And if
we're changing things...
Yes, the Vax disintegrate does make a lot of sense to be one of the things that gets changed.
And they could change it for this here.
They could change it for this. They could still do it because that's truly how... You know, how much the Matron of Ravens has him, that it's you get turned to dust and you still get brought back, you know, to do this one last...
Right. I think the way they could do it is that he actually needs to almost die defending Vex from Ripley here. Okay. He ends up basically getting claimed by the gun, but that creates a conflict of interest where the Matron of Ravens has claimed him, but
that
also
could be interesting.
Orthax is trying to claim him.
Orthax is like, this is mine, and then the Matron of Ravens comes in and he's like,
I'm sorry. I'm not touching him. Apologies, my lady. I'm going to exit.
I got somewhere I need to be.
Yeah. I just think it could be funny to have it be a thing where he has to basically like confront Orthax in that kind of way. But then the matron is actually like blessing him in a way like this. But it's but Vax, you're costing something here to do this.
If you bring, Percy back, your soul is basically
on borrowed time.
Well, right, no, but you're feeding too, right? Like
his tether to Percy is now really like
yeah, exactly. And it's like that is not a permanent fix,
Yeah. I just feel like that's the thing that I can clearly see as a, person who knows where the campaign ends ultimately. This feels like good setup for the Vax storyline and the Vex storyline and the Percy storyline.
Right. This episode feels like fantastic setup.
Yeah. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about other shows in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.